We're live, and I think we're live. If you can hear me, let me see a flame in the chat. If you can hear me, let me see a flame in the chat. Can y'all send those flames up? Let me know where you're logging in from. Hello. My name is Nina Moore, and I am logging on from Kennesaw, Georgia. Good evening, Tava Nation. Where are you logging in from? And so I am excited to be here on the line with you. I think we were having some technical difficulties, which is why I had no clue whether this was logging on or not. So I am excited to be here to host this call on this evening. And I just want you to know that, you know what, you matter. And if you're logging on to this webinar tonight, maybe you've had a tough week thus far. It's right smack dab in the middle of the week. And we want you to know that you matter. So I wanted you to know that I am Nina Rochelle Moore, logging in from Kennesaw, Georgia. Like I said, I am currently serving as a double diamond, and my husband Paul and I said yes to Tava just 11 short months ago. And in 11 months time, our lives have totally transformed. Now, we're no strangers to hard work or network marketing, the profession of network marketing, right? We're no strangers to want to help other people win. We're no strangers to wanting to see other people live the life of their dreams. But we had said no to Tava many times. And you know what? We said no, not because it was the time of the year. We said no because our minds were closed. And what I know is that our minds have to be open like a parachute in order for them to work. And the best time to have a parachute is when you don't need one. So we're going to talk to you tonight about a plan B. And plan Bs used to be something that was a luxury or an afterthought. Well, right now, a plan B, you need to have a plan B, not for the just in case something happens, but for the when something happens. And so we recently just relocated from Ardmore, PA, which is right outside of Philadelphia. And I am proud to say that, you know what, I had stopped dreaming a little bit. We know how to earn income. We know how to teach other people to follow a very, very simple system, but I had stopped dreaming. One of my biggest goals with network marketing was to get out of the hood. Well, boom, we did that. Well, after joining Tava and really taking a very serious look at Tava and the ARC and all that Tava represents, you know what? My next goal was to retire my husband from his corporate job of 12 years where he had a good six-figure job, where he had good benefits, but he was lacking time freedom. And because of Tava, not only did we just relocate to Georgia November the 3rd, but I was able to retire my husband from his good corporate job on October the 31st. He was able to call in well. See, it's not just about what we're doing, but we've been able to help tons of people earn 5 figures because of Tava. Now, that may not be normal, but it is possible because we don't even know the word impossible. That word says, I am possible. And so let me go ahead and get out of the way. You don't need to know anything else about me. Well, you need to know that you're here hearing the right information at the right time from the right people. And now what's going to matter most is that you do the right thing. But I have the esteemed pleasure and the honor to bring onto the line our CEO, our founder, the visionary of the ARC, the heartbeat of the ARC, a gentleman who knows 100% of the facts. This gentleman happens to love people from all walks of life. See, he understands having a lot, but he understands having a little as well. He did not come from a silver spoon kind of family, you guys, and he understands hard work. But because he cares about people, he didn't, just walk away because he walked into something more, but he left behind a 7-figure residual income, you guys, so that he could open up an opportunity so that the average person, he and his wife, his beautiful wife, Shantae Lloyd, walked away from 7 figures monthly to open up this opportunity here with Tava so that the average person, the average family could earn an additional $250 a week. which equates to $1,000 a month, $12,000 a year. That'll change your zip code. So I need you all to light that chat up. And I know wherever you're sitting, put your virtual hands in the air as we bring to the line my dear friend and mentor, Mr. Kenny E. Lloyd.
How you doing? You doing
I'm
all right?
amazing.
All right, you all getting ready for Thanksgiving?
You know what? We're actually getting ready for Christmas too, because Mr. Lloyd, when we moved into this house,
Yeah.
I remember calling you, and I wanted you to share in the moment with us. I'm getting a little teary eyed. I wanted you to share in the moment with us, and you said, "Walk me around the house." And after we showed you the house, you said, "Now, Nina, get out there and get you some Christmas decorations." You said, because we're decorating the house here in Houston, and you told me that the stores were really, really crowded and that we would probably not be able to find very good decorations. And
Right.
so even while we were putting the tree up tonight, because we did, the day that you told me to get out the house and go get Christmas decorations, I did exactly what you said. And you're right. The stores were bombarded. They were packed, jam-packed, and the decorations back on November the 4th were very slim picking.
Yeah.
And so it is a very humbling experience to know that we don't come from silver spoon either. We come from the school of hard knocks. You know, when we found this profession, Mr. Lloyd, I wanted to take my life. I didn't think my life was worth living. And now in 11 months time, you know, we got into alignment with with your vision. And my husband and I couldn't be grateful, any more grateful. Thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you, Nina. You know, listen, everybody they put a lot about, they talk a lot about visionaries and vision. You know, a vision is nothing without the right people to carry it out. You know, a lot of visionaries they're great at creating a vision, but they're not great at executing it. And one of the things that they do best is that they understand the importance of pulling the right people together and allowing people the opportunity to utilize their gifts and their talents to make the vision come true. And that's one of the things you do. And I say that for real, for real. So thank you very much, as evidenced by tonight. So thank you very much, Nina.
Thank you, sir.
You know, I want to welcome everybody to this Zoom. You know, we do things a little different over here. For me, it's not about a real presentation. It's really about a conversation, and especially, you know, this time of the year. You know, for this is a very special time of the year for me and my wife and my family, because it's about family and we come together. And I can remember times when I had to borrow money for Christmas and Thanksgiving, you know, and you know, as a man, they were very tough times. You know, I would go to my brother and he would loan me money, and you know, because you know, it was like a complete, for me, I felt like a failure not being able to give my kids everything that they wanted, you know. And I went through that for 2 years, 2.5 years. And I vowed that I was going to work my butt off until I found something that I could do, that I would never have to go through it again. And I found network marketing. I found the industry of network marketing, and I got involved in it in 2009. Before that, I was a mortgage broker. And, you know, that's all I knew. That's all I did. But when the industry flatlined, I was 50 years old and I was without an income. And I mean, not many companies are hiring 50-year-old people. And it was just a tough time. And I had to really find a quiet space and just ask, you know, like, why am I struggling like this? You know, and I knew why, because I just didn't handle my money right, as I was living at my means, you know. And when it collapsed, I mean, I flatlined as well, you know, and I had to find a new career at 50 years old. And I was trying a lot of different things, but nothing just seemed to work. You know, I tried to go in business, but it's hard to go in business for yourself when you don't have a lot of money to market. And, you know, and I was operating from my home, and man, it was tough. And then I found network marketing. Miraculously, I had an angel introduced me to a company in 2009 called Artists International that sold women's garments. Imagine that. And I had to really get past myself, because, you know, I really viewed myself as a premier financier. But what I really was broke, you know, because that was a part of my past. And I try to teach people the importance of getting past your past and dealing with where you are in the present. in order to create a better future for yourself. And so I think it's good that you take the time to get on and listen to opportunities, because I think that if you're struggling, if your family's struggling, I tell people, I don't think that you have the luxury to really pass up on any opportunity. I think you have to listen to it. So I appreciate you all, the guests on this Zoom, for taking the time to get on, because it has been miraculous for me and my family this time of the year. It's a beautiful thing to be able to go and get the Christmas decorations and have somebody come and decorate your house. It's a beautiful thing to be able to do that and not worry about the things I used to have to worry about. Not have to worry about, going to get the food and do I have the money to go do this. So, and it's because of network marketing, but it's because of my journey. And my journey started with a company called Artists International. It ended up, I was a VP with another company. And then, I had an opportunity to go into ownership. And I feel like I finally reached my purpose. This is what God intended me to do. And is it easy? No, it's not easy, but I don't think making a change is easy. And the beautiful thing about Tava is that Tava is a place where I've been in the field. I was a distributor long before I became an owner. And so I know the feeling, of hurt. I know the feeling of disrespect. And I know the things from a field standpoint that, that turned me off. And so having been in that position, now being in the position of ownership, I could, all the things that turn me off, I could turn people on with. I could reverse it, and kind of control the narrative. And this ride has been beautiful. We're going on our third year in business. And I got to tell you, when we first started, I think a lot of people didn't think we would make it. Why? I don't know, because my wife and I have had nothing but success in this industry. And not because we're some, superstars. No, it's because we have favor, because we're operating in purpose, and what made us successful was not our shining star. It was the ability to attract people that were better than us, that knew more than us, and understanding that this is something that God pulled together, to help us fulfill our purpose, and understanding and being humble enough to recognize that we don't know everything. We're not the best. And this is the kind of industry you don't have to know everything. All you have to do is play like what they call an adult game of follow the leader. All you have to do is come in and trust in a system that works. And we here at this company, we have a system that works. We have, we have taken our experience. We have an incredible corporate team, that's comprised of some people that have had great success at different companies. You got, your Kevin Harris, who's our COO. Kevin has impeccable character. We wouldn't be without him. And he and his wife had great successes at two different companies. I mean, made a lot of money, helped a lot of other people make money. He understands this business. Lachelle Pierre has been with me, through my successes. If it wasn't for her, I wouldn't be where I am now. She's a big part of it, and you take the ladies in our customer service. Customer service is everything. And we made sure that we had a staff, man, and my staff has been with me for 7 years. They were with me in my previous company, and they worked in the capacity. So, we are a small company that operates very, very big. And if you're looking for a place to come and plant your flag and build in a time where it is the right time, because you have a lot of the right people that are starting to recognize that we're going to be around. I think most people wait until after 2 years, going into 3 years, because they want to know that the company is solid. I think we passed that test. And why are we solid? We're solid because of our backing. I mean, we have the support of, one of the most powerful people in network marketing that has laboratories, who manufactures our products. We don't have problems with our merchant accounts. We don't have problems with shipping or pay. We've never missed a pay period. We've never had to make excuses. Our whole thing is we want to make the people that represent us proud to utter the name Tava. And we operate in the spirit of excellence. And I invite you to come and learn more about it. Tonight is about you. It's not about me. It's really about the people on here. They're going to share some information. You're going to hear about our products, because our products are the star of the company. You're going to hear about our compensation plan. We're going to share with you how we have people that in 2 years have earned over $1 million. We had a couple of people get $1 million rings with us this past October. We had some people get $500,000 rings. People get, $250,000, and it's because, what? We have a product, we have solid products. We have an impeccable, robust compensation plan. We have great support. You have great leadership. I mean, listen, and we have fun. So without further ado, I want to just get out of the way and let you all get right into the products, because the products are what really is the reason that we're still around. Because man, our products are crazy. They work very well, and they have immediate gratification. What I mean by immediate gratification, they work immediately. When you take our products, you know those products work. And we were very deliberate in that. So I don't know anybody better to discuss the products than our resident Dr. Bromwell. And she has been with us, I mean, since the beginning, and she has been very, very selfless in sharing with the people of this company and people outside of the company, as she's doing now, about the products and how powerful they are, but how solid they are. From a medical standpoint. And we don't make medical claims, but I will tell you, we were very careful and deliberate about our products. So, having said that, thank you very much for tolerating me. Thank you very much for joining us. And it gives me great pleasure to bring to the forefront Dr. Brownwell. Dr. Brownwell, you're looking beautiful again today. Thank you very much again. Okay. And I'm going to turn it over to you and let you do your thing. So thank you
All
very
right. Thank you, Mr. Lloyd. Thank you so much. Always a pleasure. So, good evening, everyone. Yeah, my name is Dr. Nicole Bramwell. Yes, and I love talking about these products, and I have been with Tava since the beginning. And as Mr. Lloyd said, you don't have to live with the body or the health that you don't don't like or didn't like. You can actually change that now using these Tava products. So I got introduced to these products pretty much how many of you are or will be very, very shortly, with the sample of the Bacia Detox Tea. My mentor and sponsor, Mr. Tony Fleming, one of our amazing diamonds, gave me this, and it didn't look so pretty packaged. It was just a plain package, square package. And I poured it into a bottle of water as I was told to do, because I tried it because it was simple. Pour it into a bottle of water, shake it up, and drink it. And yes, I did get immediate gratification. I actually have what we affectionately call the Tava experience. And I weighed myself the next day. Now that got my attention because, first of all, I was not trying to lose weight. But it did get my attention because I had been talking to people for years about making your gut healthy and how important that is and all of that, and realizing that losing the 3 pounds, that meant that my gut wasn't necessarily where it was supposed to be. All right, so detoxing is for everyone. All right, we're bombarded by toxins from indoor, outdoor, your cosmetics, your air fresheners, your household cleaners, and then, of course, all the things that are outside that we never, generations before us have never been exposed to. So our toxin burden is much higher. So detoxing is for everyone. There is a side benefit, a very great side benefit, of release of unwanted weight if that's what your body needs to do. All right. So the Bacia Detox Tea has 4 very simple ingredients, which you'll be able to see actually very easily right on the back of the bag. So you have no question about that. The senna extract actually gets the gut moving, dislodging any waste that's there, not only just as a laxative effect. So this is not a laxative effect. This is cleaning out and actually removing waste that's actually probably been sitting there. So I told you 3 pounds. It can be anywhere from the 3 pounds to 25 pounds. So we want to definitely get your gut going. And then the 2 more of the 4 ingredients, the chamomile and the papaya extracts, those carry the properties of being antibacterial, immune stimulating, and anti-inflammatory. So you know about inflammation. You've probably heard that word thrown around a lot, but if you have inflammation in your body, it causes many problems: pain, discomfort, you don't feel well, you're not happy, just wreaking havoc on your body. And so if we can quiet that with the properties of the chamomile and papaya, which have been known for eons, way longer than anybody on this Facebook Live, that and not only in your gut, but in the rest of your body, because your gut is your second brain, governing what happens and how the nutrients get to the rest of your body. Also, a large part of your immune system is in your gut. So you need for your gut to be working properly so that your gut can produce those antibodies that help you fend off infection. And then we've got the dextrin fiber. That's all right here in this very simple packet. This is like a Crystal Light packet. You just open it up the same way, and it's going to take care of all of that. The the dextrin fiber. Fiber is an important part of a healthy diet. You know that it's like the scrub brush going through, cleaning up your gut, nice and making it nice and pristine. But it may also grab onto some of those carbohydrates, some of those fats, and some of those sugars that you don't want deposited on your waistline, and take it out with the waste. Now, when you do detox, you get rid of those toxins and impurities, yes, but you also lose some of your good stuff, all right? So we have a liquid vitamin. This is by far my favorite product, even though I take every single one of the products, okay? So the Valet 30 is a liquid vitamin, and it's very, very simple. It can't get much easier than pouring an ounce or a cap full into this cap, and so you can use the cap as your measuring cup. The liquid is going to get absorbed into your system within 25 to 30 seconds. You will start getting the nutrients. There is a long list of nutrients here, which I'm not going to cover each one of them here. We don't have time to do that, but I am going to give you some highlights. So 95% absorption rate, though, of all of these nutrients. That's extremely important to know, because those tablet vitamins that you and I have been taking for so many years, 3 to 20% maximum of what you're getting in there. So these nutrients are going to optimize your system so your body can actually naturally do what it's supposed to. And all the products are plant-based. So vitamin D is in this Valet 30 at 95% of your daily requirement. Vitamin D has been in the news. That's another thing. Vitamin D is extremely important to the body. It's actually the pro-hormone. Is actually a pro-hormone, so leading into many, many different interactions in your body that control your blood sugar, your blood pressure, and support your immune system. A generous dose of vitamin A is also in this Valet 30, again, supporting your immune system, your skin, your eyes, and also your cellular growth, making your cells healthier from the inside out. We've got B complex vitamins in the Valet 30. Those fortify your nerves, your muscles, your brain, your blood cells, and your hair. Okay, so you've got that going on, and that will help you. Those will also help you fend off fatigue and stress. All right, stress can also deplete. Stress in medical conditions and some medications can actually deplete your B vitamins, in particular B12. And so it's very, very important to have that foundational source. So not only replenishing, but also creating a healthy foundation of nutrients to get you started every day the right way. All right. And then we've got glucosamine, which is my favorite ingredient in the Valet 30. That's for joint health. It's an anti-inflammatory. No knee pain for me after years of marching band and playing basketball. I don't have any knee pain walking the dog, riding my bike, or doing any squats. We've got 8 superfoods in here, so you will not see vitamin C on the back of the bottle, because potent doses of vitamin C are in each one of those 8 superfoods, as well as other nutrients like iron and B complex vitamins and other vitamins in there that you'll need, vitamins and minerals. All right. We've got zinc in here. All right. That's very important. Immune system, skin, lots of different things, and 500% biotin. I cannot leave that out, as we have hair growing all over the place and people in Tava, radiant skin, and super strong nails growing really, really fast. All right, and that's from the 300% biotin in the Valet 30. So let me show you my secret weapon that goes paired along with this Valet 30 every day, and that's the Flare. The Flare is a veggie-based capsule that we call it an energy booster, but it's so much more. We call it a fat burner. It is so much more, because it has 7 probiotic strains in it. The probiotics are the good bacteria that keep your gut in balance, but they also do several other things, actually do something to help your mood and make you feel better. And they also will help you make better choices in what you're eating. So rather than choosing the cookies, cake, ice cream, and chips, you will be choosing salad, lean meats, salmon, and the like of those things that are going to keep you healthy. We also have a proprietary blend that is going to control your appetite. I was super skeptical about that. You may not believe it, but my clients have definitely told me they love this product. It controls your appetite throughout the day. Just one veggie-based capsule. If you do not want to swallow the capsule, you can just open it up and empty that powder right into your Valet 30 or into your cap. All right. And then we've got energy coming from More B complex vitamins in there. And then guarana. Guarana is from a plant leaf. It's 4 times more potent than caffeine by itself, but without the caffeine side effects. So no jitteriness, no palpitations, no heart racing. I like it that I don't have to worry about anybody's heart. And then along with the selenium that's in this, it's actually in the flare, it's actually going to help you with mental focus and mental clarity. And we also have chromium in here that is promotes proper insulin function, optimizing proper insulin function. So that's really, really important for a lot of people I know that are listening to this. And then last but not least, the baby of the bunch, the Caprice Deluxe Blend CBD infused coffee. So I was not a coffee drinker, but I tried this because I knew of the benefits of CBD. CBD actually decreases inflammation in the body. It helps pain, going into 5 different pain pathways. And for me, I drink it at night. It gives me calm, focused energy. I can finish working on my Tava business, get a really good night's sleep, and then wake up really, really clear, not waking up fuzzy at all. All right. We've got chaga mushroom in here, superfood, also supporting your body. And we've got Garcinia cambogia working alongside the CBD that's going to help you control your appetite. So all of these products are synergistic. They are made to work together and make each other work harder and better. So I just love this system. You cannot go wrong taking any one of these products as they're powerful in their own right, but they are meant to work together. And that's the best way to optimize your body if you are trying to make some big changes and try to make them before the new year. So now these products actually translate into this business model. And our business model is social sharing. We've been doing this. We've gotten really, really good at doing this over the pandemic because you didn't have anything else to do. You couldn't go anywhere. So you're just going to transfer that and use those friends that you have or whatever they're called in whichever one of those platforms to actually grow your business and share what you're doing, how you feel with these products. All right. And so we have a Tava Connect app that helps you do everything. You can go ahead and send out videos to your prospects. You can track them. You'll be reminded about when to call them back, when to check with them. You can send them a sample and send them different scripts that are in there. Like this is like a no-brainer. You just kind of go and read, okay, it's number 2, send number 2, number 1, send number 1. Very, very easy. And you can send samples directly from your app. All you have to do is send an offer, and your prospect is just going to fill out that information. You're going to confirm, and then a beautiful package with your samples is going to be sent to your prospect directly from Tava. So it has how the products work and also how to take them and what's in them. So it's just amazing with the sample that can come from there. And then we have tremendous support. We have wonderful leaders, top-notch leaders like Miss Nina Mora that you heard earlier, and also Mr. Tony Fleming, and all of our diamonds, and actually lots of leaders at every level here. We've got 24/7 training available on allthingstava.com through Tava University, and you can find modules there with video training. Just all the types of support that you need. And in your back office, you'll find, you can get to support at Tava Lifestyle very, very easily. And they are amazing, that customer service, right? So I could go on and on about this, but let me tell you, you do want to get your piece of the $4.2 trillion industry that we are housed in, right? And nobody better to bring this information to you and tell you where the money is and how we get paid here at Tava than my BFF, who has been in this industry, knows this industry from both sides, from the corporate side and from the distributor side. And he has a big heart for the field. He has a whole lot of fun. He's helped a whole lot of people, and he's well documented. So Mr. Kevin Harris, are you there? Our COO?
I am here, Dr. Bramwell. How are you? Can you hear me okay?
I can hear you loud and clear, sir.
Well, listen, are you still celebrating your birthday?
Of course, the whole month.
The entire month. You have to take just do it all of next month too. That'll be great. So,
okay, sounds good to me.
Yeah, but thank you so much for sharing the products and this amazing opportunity with Tava. We appreciate everything that you do. Every time we call on you, you're always available. So thank you so much. Okay.
All right. You're welcome.
All right. So again, guys, my name is Kevin Harris, and as Dr. Bramwell shared the products with you guys, which we have amazing products, and just try the products. But I'm here to really speak to you guys tonight, and I'll be really brief about the 5 ways that we pay out here at Tava. I don't know about you all, but ask yourself the question, where can you get paid 5 ways right now? Can you get paid 5 ways anywhere right now on this planet? Well, you can here at Tava. Once you get started, you're going to have your own branded customer website. You're going to be in business, for yourself. Okay. But we're not going to let you do it by yourself. Okay. So once you get started, people are going to be able to go to your website. You heard Dr. Bramwell talk about the products that we have. We have the Flair, the Bacia Tea, the Valet 30, and the Caprice Coffee. And then we have other products that we're adding as well. But guess what? Once someone goes to your site, you're going to get a $25 retail profit every time someone goes and shop on your website. I don't know about you all. Once people try our products, they keep coming back wanting more and more and more. So I want you all to think about it. Think about $25 hitting your bank account every time somebody shops with you. So that's the first way that we pay out here at Tava. That's called customer profits. The second way that we pay out is something that's called quick start money, fast start money. Okay. This is when you're building what's called residual income. See, every time someone gets started here at Tava, like you're going to get started here tonight, there are several guests here on this Zoom tonight. When you get started, you're going to get started with our Builders Pack. That's our most popular pack. That pack is $1,200. Once someone gets started with that pack, the person who invited them is going to get a one-time bonus of $450. Then the next pack is our business pack. That package is $500. Once somebody starts with that pack, the person who invited them gets a $200 one-time bonus. Then you also see the personal pack, which is $300. The person who invited them to a Zoom like this is going to get $100. So I want y'all to think about this. This is fast start money. You can refer as many people to Tava as you choose. As many people as you choose. These are the fast start bonuses that are paid out. But right now we have a promotion going on this month. The promotion is the $200 pack. It pays out a $50 bonus. Right now it's double. Okay. So instead of the $50, you're going to get $100 for the complete pack. Okay. So that's our quick start bonuses. That is the second way that we pay out here at Tava. Then the next way that we pay out here at Tava, once you get started, here's what you need to know about this slide. This slide right here is called binary pay. All that means is once you get started here, that's you up top. Then you decide, you know what? I'm going to go tell Susan about Tava. Okay. She likes great products. She wants to make some money. Then you know what? I'm going to share the information with Dr. Bramwell. She likes amazing products. Then they start to both refer people to this amazing company. But keep in mind, you can refer as many people as possible. Here's what this structure pays out. You can earn anywhere from 10 to 25% of what's called the volume every single week. So in other words, what does that mean? You can get paid up to $50,000 per week. I said it, up to $50,000 per week, but you want to get back in touch with the person who invited you to go over this in detail. But just know that you can get paid up to $50,000 a week in this category. The next way that we pay out is something that's called binary check match. Same thing. Here's how this works. Let's just say, for example, you introduce Dr. Bramwell to Tava. She gets started and she makes $1,000 a week. $1,000 a week in the binary. She makes $1,000 per week. You're going to get a 50% check match. 50% of $1,000 is $500 because you personally introduced her to Tava. Let's also say you introduce Lachelle Pierre to Tava. Lachelle gets started. She makes $2,000 a week in the binary. Here's what's going to happen. 50% check match goes to you. That is $1,000. So once again, you can binary check match someone up to $50,000. So every time that person hits the $50,000 mark, you're going to get 50% of that. That is $25,000. I don't know about you all. You can control your own destiny here at Tava. You heard Mr. Lloyd talk about we just produced 2 millionaires this year. We have people that have made over 500,000. We have people that made 250,000, 100,000, 12,000, 1,000. We meet you where you want to be met. Okay. So we have an extraordinary compensation plan here at Tava. Also, we have a car program. Okay. We have what we call a Tava Lifestyle car program. Once you get started, you hit the extreme rank of what's called diamond. We have several diamonds here at Tava. We're going to pay you $1,000 a month for your Porsche or Tesla. Has to be white. Don't know about you all. Christmas is coming up, so it's nothing like riding around in a Porsche or Tesla in whatever city you live in right now. Hit the status of what's called double diamond. We're going to give you $1,500 a month for your Porsche or Tesla. Then triple diamond, $2,000 a month. And then crown, which is our top status here at Tava. Okay, so that's our amazing car program that we have. But here's the question, what is the investment? What is the investment to get started? Okay, now I don't know about you all. Yes, traditional business, it costs money to open up a traditional business. I want you to look at this and say, you know what? I was looking at traditional business. I have traditional business. In most cases, it costs thousands of dollars to open up traditional business. Okay, and you never see a return. Well, here at Tava, ask yourself the question, where can you go start a business for $1,200 and see a return the next week, the following week, because we pay out every single week here at Tava. All you have to do is just get started here this evening. If you've been looking for something, if you've been praying for something, and if you're on here, this is your answer. This is your time. Okay, just answer the call. Just answer the call. It is your time to get started here this evening for the most popular pack, which is our $1,200 pack. Then we have our $500 pack. Okay, then we have our $300 pack. Now it's really up to you on how you want to get started, but I want to advise you to get started with that $1,200 pack because it has so many privileges by getting that package. But here's what I want to do at this time. I want to bring back up Ms. Nina Moore, who just moved here, her and Paul Moore, to Atlanta. She says Kennesaw, Georgia, but she doesn't realize it yet. She actually moved to Atlanta. So you actually live in Atlanta. You just live in the suburbs. Okay, Nina?
Whatever you say.
Yeah, but look, that's our compensation plan, right, Nina? And you and your family, you and Paul, and you've helped several people, achieve, whether it's $1,000 a month, and some people are doing $12,000, a year. If the average person could just make $1,000 a month, that would really change somebody's household. And you've been very instrumental at helping a lot of people do that. So we thank you here at Tava, for lending your gifts and talents. And so we will see you soon, very, very soon. Okay. So we'll go ahead and close the people out and, just give them your heart like always.
Absolutely. Thank you so much, Mr. Harris. And thank you so much, Dr. Bramwell. And of course, Mr. Kenny Lloyd. You've heard about our company. You heard about the foundation. And the foundation is very, very important, as well as the leadership. You've heard about the leadership. Our leadership is not on trial. This company is not on trial. You heard about the amazing products from none other than Dr. Nicole Bramwell. So the products are not on trial. Well, you've heard about the compensation plan, and you heard from Mr. Harris, who has 17 years experience in the profession of network marketing, both on the corporate side and in the field as a distributor. Now it is time for you to make a decision. And you're probably saying, well, I've tried these kinds of things before. Why should I do this now? Why? Because not only do you need Tava, but Tava needs you. This is the time of year that a lot of people are searching for something. They're actually starting to make declarations like, I'm going to start the year off losing weight, making more money, and getting closer to God. Now is the time that you could put yourself in position to be of assistance to someone else, because maybe this is not about you. Maybe money is not something that you need. Maybe you're just wise and you know that you want to enhance your financial portrait. Well, Tava is the place for you. See, Tava, as you heard us say many times, is the ark. And what we want you to understand is that the ark was designed to take a hit, not the people. And just like you heard that story of the ark and how it was loaded 2 by 2 by 2, 2 of every zebra and 2 of every elephant, 2 of every tiger, 2 of every lion, right? Guess what? We want you to think about those 2 people that you know, 2 people that may lackluster, they may need some energy, 2 people that you might know that may need to lose some weight, right? Or wants to lose some weight, 2 people that you may know that love coffee. Coffee, lean in, which actually happens to be the second highest consumed beverage in the entire world. And I believe it's number 2 because water is number 1, and you need water to make coffee. Ladies and gentlemen, why not Tava? See, because Tava offers you products that offer immediate gratification, that are highly consumable and highly retailable. So all that's left for you to do now is to get back to the person that invited you to, right? Invited you to look at this information, whether you're watching the replay of it or whether you're watching it live, and say yes. Pick a pack. Now, some of you are sitting here and you're saying, I really do want to get started. I really do, Nina, but I just don't have the money right now. Well, Mr. Lloyd, Mrs. Lloyd, Mr. Harris, Miss Lachelle Pierre, and the corporate staff has designed a way for you to get started. No excuses, you guys, with a program called Sezzle. 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 Now, Sezzle is just, for me, it's absolutely sexy. It's absolutely phenomenal. Why? Because you can buy now and pay later. And this is a great time to get on board because we're smack dab in the middle of the month. You've got enough time to take advantage of the promotion that Mr. Harris just spoke of, where you can double your quick start bonus, double that referral bonus with the complete pack. And guess what? After you get 3 people on board with that complete pack, guess what? There's an additional $25 added to it, added to your bonus. Ladies and gentlemen, download the Sezzle app. Get approved, get pre-qualified. There's no hard inquiry on your credit, ladies and gentlemen. Nope. All Sezzle's going to do is check your payment history to see what amount they need to approve you for, right? And then once you get pre-registered for, pre-qualified for Sezzle, then what you're going to do is go ahead and get with the person that invited you here. Go to get signed up. And when you go to check out, you're going to choose Sezzle as your check out option. I don't know there's no other company doing what Tava is doing, because Tava understands that there are people that are hurting, that there are people that are right there smack dab on the fence. There are people that are looking for a way out. There are people that are saying, I know there's got to be a better way. So maybe you're tired of calling in sick, and maybe you want to be like my husband, right? And call in well. Maybe you just want to have less stress. Maybe you want to enhance your Christmas experience. Whatever the case may be, Tava is the answer for you. And so my name is Nina Rochelle Moore, currently serving out of Georgia, you guys, and I approve this message. Get back to the person that invited you here, you guys, and may God bless you and keep you. Good night, and God bless you all. Welcome to the Ark.
Gotta top it like you out, give life. 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 Big grind from the night to the AM. Big grind, new multi-millionaires in the making. Multi-millionaire, big boss now, but it all took some patience. Rockstar life spread well across the nation. Give one chance, you know what I do to it. Whole team get money and I'm used to it. Beat the odds and I'm still going used to it. Changing lives every day, you can YouTube it. Hold up, it's on when it's short. You know I stay down, stuck around for the glow up. And you can ask anybody around, yeah they know us. Can't stop now, cause the grind is never over. Hey, you gotta top it like you out, give life. You gotta top it like you out, give life. You gotta top it like you out, give life. You gotta top it like you out, give life. The go top it lifestyle, turn my life round. Time out, told her hater pipe down. Top it lifestyle, turn my life round. Time out, told her hater pipe down. Hey, big grind from the night to the AM. Big grind, new multi-millionaires in the making. Multi-millionaire, big boss now, but it all took some patience. Rockstar life spread well across the nation.